Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you're new to this channel, I'm a 53-year-old lady from Rochester in Kent, which is a lovely place by the riverside. I'm living in a new build flat which was built last year. These flats that I'm living in were built last year. Very nice too, the flat is lovely. But you are living on a building site at the back of a railway station where you can hear railway announcements, and it's very, very noisy and busy. Right, so we're going back to yesterday, and last night I went out to the co-op to get something to eat for today's dinner. And I also went to get some bananas. I got the newspaper to catch up on the news. And I got some chewing gum, and basically I went out to just get some fresh air and see people, because when you go into a shop you see people, don't you? They might not talk to you, but you do see them. It's better than being stuck indoors all day long. Right, when I was coming back, there was a guy dressed like one of my sons in shorts and a t-shirt. And it was cold yesterday. Bear in mind that it's been freezing cold and just above zero. We've got people walking down the road in shorts and t-shirts, and he had a pizza in his hand, and he was looking at me like I was going to steal the pizza out of his hand. He was running down the road, went into his flats with this pizza. I'd already been into the co-op, and I passed the Taylor van, Taylor. I'd passed the black Taylor van on going into the co-op last night. That's not my surname. My surname is Marshall. Right, so I went into the co-op after passing the Taylor van, because I'm trying to I'm trying to prove I'm being harassed by my neighbour, and you know what I mean? It's very difficult without proof that you're being harassed and intimidated. So I'm trying to prove that I'm being harassed. Just because I asked somebody to keep the noise down. So I came out of the co-op, came into the flats. There was a strong smell of food next door. The lady next door to me, obviously she's got a family and they cook meals, and often I can smell strong smells of cooking, and garlic, which is a very nasty, strong, potent smell. It can make you feel faint, the smell of strong cooking. So I smelt strong cooking as I went out to the co-op. I smelt strong cooking as I came in, sat down, put the telly on. My neighbour had already been he parked outside my flat, his grey Audi, earlier on in the evening, and for 10 minutes, and then he drove off. Then a blue van, really big blue van, parked opposite my window with ladders on the top. That drove away. Then I had a smart van with you know, one of those, you put your phone to it and scan it. It had a scan code on his white van. That drove off. I've got a dirty white van out there outside at the moment. My neighbour came in about 10 o'clock last night, concrete feet, walking across the ceiling. And I went to bed about 11:30, getting on for 12, and then I heard a violent door slam. I was talking to somebody on WhatsApp. I was tired. I mean, sometimes this guy doesn't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So he's wandering around the ceiling over my bedroom, and I'm trying to go to sleep. So he was wandering up and down while I was talking to someone on WhatsApp. I said, you know, I went to bed, I was tired. They sent me a story on WhatsApp, an erotic story this person did. Then I went to bed. Then 1 o'clock, it sounded like my bedroom ceiling was shaking violently. Somebody shut the door and my bedroom ceiling shook, and and I thought, what the fucking hell is that? It made me jump out of my bed. Went to the lavatory. He was wandering up and down the ceiling, shutting doors loudly. I went back to bed. And then I was awoken about 2 o'clock in the morning by a bloody helicopter. For about 2 hours, circling the buildings. And you know what a helicopter sounds like, with its propellers going off and bang, bang, bang. So I had the cleaners banging his bucket outside. Got the cleaners in the building at the moment. They're very good too, they come in every day. I've got no complaints about the cleaners. I'm just saying he's banging outside with his cleaning bucket. So we had a helicopter, so I had to shut all the windows, and I wanted some air. I had to shut them all. It was so loud, it was terrible. So I finally gets back to sleep about 3 o'clock in the morning, and here I am up at 8 o'clock in the morning. And what's the first thing you do? You go make yourself a cup of coffee, see if you've got any emails, any text messages, any answer phone messages. I've got no answer phone messages from my mother, right? But I had a message from my bank, and this time I can't replace it. Medway Council has taken a direct debit out 3 days too early, and has left me with no money in my bank. The Medway Council council tax, it's normally taken out on the 4th, it's come out now. And Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Tuesday the 1st of February.
And Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 8:55 a.m.
And Alexa, what's the weather like? Alexa, what's the weather like?
In Rochester there's a flood alert in effect. The current weather is 8 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 13 degrees and a low of 8 degrees.
Right, so I'm minus 42.61 in the bank, okay? I'm telling you how it is. I'm not moaning, I'm not complaining. This is completely not my fault. It's not my fault at all. Medway Council has taken it out 3 days too early and left me with no money in the bank whatsoever, not even a pound. Right? But I'm not complaining, I'm not moaning. I went out and got food last night. So I've got food and drink to eat. I'm not highly dangerous. I'm a middle-aged woman that is going through the menopause, and the menopause is a horrible time. My mum told me she went through hell. Mood swings, hot flushes, sweats, night sweats. And the mood swings can make you feel so damn bloody low and horrible about yourself. It's unbelievable, and you need help and support. Not bullying and antagonising somebody and harassing them, because, you know, I have seen Neighbours from Hell, right? I've seen it myself, yeah? I've seen, you know, some people just ask politely, can you keep the noise down? And then somebody comes to your front door with a hatchet and threatens you, right? Just because you just politely ask, you know, you're making a lot of noise and it's making me feel ill. There's no need to start a hate campaign. Take it to heart and, oh, she's a bullying old hag. No, I'm not. And I haven't complained about the guy for months. I've just left him to his own devices, because basically nobody does anything anyway. Right? I'm not interested in the man. I never have been. And when I had to walk past them, when the pair of them were stuck in the lift, that was embarrassing, awkward and scary. Right? I shouldn't have been put in that position. You know, putting parcels in other people's mailboxes and you know what I mean, trying to get me to go upstairs.